The community today here at St. Patrick's is diverse as the church is as a whole. We have people coming in not just from the United States, but from the entire Anglophone world, Europe, Africa, Asia.
The mission of the church is to reach out to Americans and other English speakers who come to Rome to know that there's a place where it can be a home for them, where they can celebrate the Eucharist in English.
The people that I meet out on the streets every day, this is Rome. This is one of the more diverse cities that you could find on God's green earth. It makes for a wonderful place where you see an incredible breadth of Catholic experience, especially considering the depth of tradition here. People in coming to Rome are trying to deepen something about their life of faith, and so it's our job then to help connect where they're at with what the scriptures, what the gospel is trying to say to them. The Paulists have been here since the 1920s when Warren G. Harding asked a couple of our guys to come over here to serve as the chaplains next to the old location of the American Embassy over at Santa Susana. And then in 2017, after our departure from Santa Susana, the Vatican Secretary of State offered us the chance to be able to take up our ministry here in this wonderful space.
You can be a tourist, you can be a pilgrim, or a Catholic who lives and works in Rome. They've always welcomed everybody.
They know that we are foreigners. They were always very worried about us. They were always asking us, okay, how do you feel? Is there anything that we can do for you?
Make them feel welcome, to have a sense of hospitality, to know that there's a home here and for them, and this is their parish as well.
My name is Daniel. I was born in the States, but I grew up in Italy. I started working, then I went to the US and I met Rocio in Washington.
Some years ago, Father Greg invited me to be part of the parish council, and I thought it was an excellent way to give back to the community and a way to participate more actively in the parish.
For us as expats, it's been nice because you're looking for a sense of home, but yet your home is always moving and rotational. So coming here, you see the people that have been here for a while.
The music is also incredible. So if you are somebody who's drawn to Mass for not just the word, but also because of the music, there's great singers and pianists who play that we found.
Our Mass schedule on weekend is Saturday night at 6, which is very popular, as well as Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m., which is our big Mass, and we always have a reception afterwards.
Maybe share your stories a little bit, talk with the priests after Mass. But it's just a small informal reception that is definitely a highlight for the kids because yes, they get a treat, but then they also get time to chat with their friends.
It's wonderful to see families here and their children, and the emphasis that Father Matt and Father Greg have on including them in the life of the parish.
To be more welcoming to children and teenagers in our liturgies and making them more focused toward them with children's homilies, with music that they can sing, with a sense of their participation as servers and bringing up the gifts and handing out hymnals as people come in.
Their commitment to work with the community, to work with all of us that are part of this church.
The part that I like about the Paulist Fathers here actually is their link to our daughter's school and continuing her journey at her school at a local private school here in Rome.
I also work at Marymount International School, and that's been a joy in my life for many, many years. We have masses there in preparation for the sacraments of First Communion and Confirmation, which are celebrated here at St. Patrick's, as well as retreats and things of that nature.
One of the really more interesting activities that we do here every year is the St. Nicholas Serrata for Charity. It is our annual fundraiser that we do for Roman charities because a lot of our parishioners, even if they've lived here for a good amount of time, aren't, because of a lack of mastery of the Italian language, able to participate directly in a lot of charitable efforts in the city. So this is the way that we, as a primarily English-speaking community, can really try to help those in need in Rome.
We are just down the street from the U.S. Embassy and the famous Via Veneto, where movie stars used to come in the 60s and 70s. And we're not that far from the center of the city, Centro, where all the more famous things to see are, like Trevi Fountain and the Pantheon and Piazza Navona and Spanish Steps. Also to be part of our spiritual walking tour program. I've been doing that for quite a while. Father Matt does it sometimes. We take people around to different churches here in Rome.
We gave our time for the development of the little book that it's called What Romans Do. I think it's done every number of years, and that it's given to pilgrims coming to visit the church and give information about Rome, things to do in Rome, churches, places to visit.
The English language, in some sense, is what unites us as a parish more than anything else, and enables us to pray together and worship together, and to have music that's familiar, to have a parish community that feels a little bit more like a parish community back home. And that's what we hope to provide here at St. Patrick's.